Thank you for joining us. We're going to have our first match. The round's just started, so we're going to start off with Britzio versus Blasterthefox. So Britzio, I believe, is from Bolivia. Blasterthefox is the best player. I played with Blaster last night for the first time, and they're pretty good. So I'm excited to see how they hold up against somebody who I've seen play a fair amount more on Fightcade. As a reminder, if you are tuning in for the first time, Magical Drop is always played as like mirror matches, so you always pick the same character as your opponent. We start as Magician, kind of arbitrarily. He's first draw on the tarot cards, and the loser will always pick the character after the first match. As a reminder, there's two different ways to win in Magical Drop. You can either push your opponent off the board by sending enough trash their way, or if they're fast enough to clear it, there's a number in between the two screens that you see counting down every time they pop bubbles. That number is known as quota, and if you reach quota before your opponent, so pop 200 bubbles before them, you will be the winner for that round. Depending on the character being picked, it kind of changes the strategy as whether you're going for quota or trying to push your opponent off the board. Magician, as a mid-tier, generally races to quota with the more talented players, so I think that's what we're going to see in the first round here. Another thing to note is that players will fill up their board early on intentionally. There's like a button you could hit that adds more lines to your board, and we'll do that to reach quota quicker. And so there'll just be more bubbles overall for us to pop. I'm going to do my best to stream as many matches as I can today. You'll have to watch my matches because I only have the one computer, so whenever I play, you'll be seeing me play. And as we get later in the tournament, I will slow down the matches so that we can watch one at a time and make sure everybody gets that airtime. The first game's going to go to Britzio. I'm interested to see who Blaster picks. I was chatting with them yesterday, and they said they don't really have a strategy for this because they played more casually before this, so probably, if my guess is like a comfort pick. Done another mid-tier, so we'll expect them to kind of race one another again. See how this goes. You also see these ice blocks showing up. So the ice blocks need to have something popped next to them for them to change colors into an actual balloon that could be popped. And some of them are neutral colored, so they'll turn into whatever color you pop next to it. Other ones are already faded to be a certain color, so you'll kind of see that color in the middle of them. Those are the ones that are a little bit harder to deal with, because if you pop something next to a clear, like normal ice block, you'll normally clear the ice block with it. But not so much for the other ones that could kind of break up your lines and get a little bit harder. That was a close one. Came down to just 4 balloons again. So just that little bit of hesitation could throw off a whole entire round for you. Britzio's kind of stuck there trying to get that column away, but Blaster couldn't capitalize on that. Still ahead of the quota count, so should be able to seal this round as long as the catastrophic happens. Like that. Oh. Just like a missed input there at the end cost them the round. Okay, so Lovers. Interested to see how this goes. Lovers is generally thought of as a low-tier character. Her pressure comes across the whole board, but it's a pretty easy pattern to sort out. We'll see if this can kind of help out. You'll see, even though it's kind of like an easier pattern, you send a lot of trash. It gets kind of hard to sort out, because the lines will get broken up. A lot more individual to clear out the rows. One moment here, I'm trying to sort out some of the results of other... Well, if you have questions or anything, feel free to throw them in the chat. I won't be able to look particularly frequently, but I'll do my best to get to them when I have them. So thank you in advance. Both players here kind of having trouble with pattern being to them. Okay, so Blaster's seen a 2-round kind of slipping away here. Hopefully they can kind of close this out and keep their side run. I think Britzio's kind of adapted to this character. They're right on the edge. They're going to try to clear out that yellow break. Break all the yellow, buy themselves a bunch of time left. That was a hairy situation earlier, but they've kind of recovered from it. Setting the pressure the other way. That's going to do it. So we have a 3-0 for Britzio over Blaster. I think still pretty close games individually, but Britzio was able to kind of adapt there at the end. Cool, so I'm going to just update the bracket quickly for everybody. We have a couple players who make it so we're going to kind of disqualify here.